My name is Amy Burgess, and I was in Fiji from 2006 to 2008. I was stationed in a town called Mombasa, which is on the second largest island, which is Vanuatu. And I was originally stationed there with the Ministry of Fisheries, and I did do some work with them, but mostly I taught environmental education at many schools around the area, 3 actually, and most of those jobs turned into much more than just teaching environmental education. I did things like got them started on swimming lessons because there was a pool in the town, and one of the biggest problems in Fiji was that they had a very high drowning rate for an area that was on an island. So I helped to fix that, and that even went on where I worked with the Fiji Red Cross, and I worked with the local internet people to get people to learn how to use computers and how to use the internet. I'd say that one of the big things that I got out of being in Fiji and being in the Peace Corps is that it forced me to grow up. To be truthful, I was so scared about going over there, and once I got there, it just became like a second home, and I miss it. I gotta stop. What I found interesting in Fiji is that when I was over there, I'd go out to different villages as a part of the fisheries job, and they would tell me about volunteers they had 40 years ago there, and how they taught them English, or how they helped them start fish farms or different growing tomatoes and things like that. And it's just so interesting. They love Americans so much, and that's what I really love about being over there, is that I could continue on with that tradition of them wanting to be more like Americans. And having another thing that happened while I was over there is there was a coup that was stationed by the military, and even the Peace Corps volunteers were very wary of what was going on, and there were barricades and everything, so it was a very serious time. They were even wondering if they should leave Peace Corps there, but just judging from how people reacted when they heard that I was Peace Corps, even the guy that staged the coup that first did it, I met him, and even he was like, "Oh, you're Peace Corps. I love what you're doing with the country. I love how much you're all changing the country." So it's like, even though no matter what's happening over there, it's the Peace Corps is still having an impact that is positive, and I think that's going to continue no matter what happens there.
So, but what is the broader scale? What is the impact? Are they learning new industry or what?
A lot of times they're learning a lot of different things. The 3 big groups that they had there was youth services, environmental education, and health, HIV, AIDS, youth learning life skills, those sort of things. So it all depended on what people were doing, but I know with the youth, I had a volunteer that worked hard to try to help change how people were treating youth that were having hard times, and even teaching them new life skills. So I think what's really happening over there is all of this stuff that the Peace Corps is bringing in is getting disseminated across the entire country, and it's helping to change the country for the better. It's helping them to get out of the problems that they've been having with the coups. Even the most recent coup that they had wasn't even that bad. They actually paused it for a rugby tournament. They decided to cut it off by a day, because what I got out of the Peace Corps is that I actually learned to be healthier, because there were things that happened over there, the way people ate and everything. It forced me to learn, maybe I should take care of myself more. And I also I learned that I was stronger than I thought I was. I'd say there are 2 things that I brought back that benefit the United States. The first is that my understanding of this country has actually led me to a greater understanding of many, many different countries and their cultures. So I'd say that because I'm so understanding, and the fact that I try to teach everyone about Fiji or about other countries that I had been to while I was over there. I mean, I went to Sydney, and it's a completely different culture, but the fact that I can pick up something so quickly now, I can teach other people about it, and I think that is something that leads to positive relationships happening between us and countries that don't quite like Americans so much. And also, I'd say that the United States benefits by having these other countries. When I was over there, I tried to represent the United States the best I could. And the fact that I acted the way I did over there, that the United States benefits from me being peaceful, as that's why it's called the Peace Corps. I mean,